B from 97.4 Rock FM. Thank you very much indeed for being here tonight. We'd like you to welcome you to the Volunteer of the Year Awards ceremony 2013. Can you give yourselves a big round of applause first off, please? We want plenty of that tonight, okay? We've got a fantastic opportunity to celebrate the tens of thousands of people in Blackburn and Darwen who contribute so much of their time to the community. Basically, they and you are the unsung heroes, okay, of the community. We are delighted and privileged to have so many volunteers here tonight. Before we get started, they've given me housekeeping rules to get... You're going to be in trouble, you lot. Housekeeping rules to just go through, okay? Toilets, they're down the corridor to the side of the stage. All right, thanks for that. Smoking, could any smokers please smoke outside the building in the shelter, away from the building, and put your cigarette ends in the receptacles provided. Okay? Alcoholic drinks, please don't take them out. I've noticed you girls smuggling in your bags. Alright, the fire alarm. Should there be a fire at all, a fire drill at any time tonight, if the fire alarm sounds, please leave by the emergency exits and congregate by the assembly points. Now at this point I should probably go like that somewhere. Where are the emergency exits, please? Someone? There you go. See, you've done it for me. Brilliant. And electronic cigarettes. Any electronic cigarette smokers? Billy? I noticed you were clutching one before. There's a couple. No electronic cigarettes in here, I'm afraid. Okay. Now, every year over 20 million people across England and the UK volunteer, donating more than 100 million hours to their communities every week. It's estimated the economic value of this is £40 billion to our economy. Services and initiatives that are vital to the running of our country simply wouldn't exist if it wasn't for the volunteers. Okay? We're basically, I'm going to get my counterpart up now. Now girls, I've got to warn you, in his rider, along with the lilies and the copious amounts of alcohol and whatever else he's asked for, he wants a big cheer off the girls. Okay? I would like to introduce, oh by the way, he did say, oh it'll be okay because obviously you're a lot older than me and I'm a lot younger than you. So apparently we're going to do well together. Would you give it up for Eamon, please? He's one of our volunteers. I'm going to get him up on stage a bit earlier than planned. Now, in the spirit of volunteering, he did say, you've agreed to this, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
It's all that. Would you like to introduce and let us know what sort of stuff you do?
Right. Well, hi guys, I'm Eamon Al-Yabzal. Nice to see you all. Very nice day today, isn't it? You're all looking very beautiful, as am I. Right, well, see? Alright, okay, so guys, my name's Eamon. I'm actually a volunteer at Blackburn Youth Zone, and you know, Blackburn Youth Zone actually supported me in being who I am today, which would be very funny, very cute.
It's their fault!
What else is there? What else is there? Right. No. Yeah, they've helped me get my own company off the ground. They've helped me develop myself as developing the other youngsters at Blackburn Youth Zone, and also, you know, I've helped them too. Don't forget that bit. Yeah. So I'll give a round of applause to Blackburn Youth Zone. All the representatives are here. Okay, so in preparation of this event that you're all here for today, local volunteers and volunteer managers were asked what does it mean to be a volunteer, and we had some very inspirational and amazing comments back from them. So, which you can see on the bunting that is used to make the room look beautiful, and on the TV behind us. Please keep focused on us and not the TV. Joking. Look at TV if you want to. Right, but I had a favourite one, definitely. I had a really good one that I heard, and I was like, oh my god, this is really good. I'm going to read it out to you. Right, so, volunteers are like snowflakes. They are all individual, but together they can be traffic stoppers. I'm not quite sure what that means, but it bloody sounds good. And then there was another one. And then the highest reward for a person's work is not what they get for it, but what they become because of it. That was a good one, definitely. Right, so over the last few weeks, staff and volunteers at BwD CVS have been asking organisations who use volunteers for their nominations, for their star volunteers really, They were inundated, sorry, big word for me, with responses, and I've spent the last week sifting through all of them and shortlisting all the nominations that we received. There have been some very strong nominations, and this year's selection panel has had a really hard job choosing them. We're actually going to present them to you.
There you go. Right, without further ado, let's get to the main event. The reason why we're all here tonight, okay, the presentation of the awards. The first award is for, as Eamon says, Health and Wellbeing Volunteer of the Year 2013, sponsored by Blackburn College. Would you please welcome Denise Hayhurst, Volunteer Coordinator at Blackburn College, to present the award, please. The woo wasn't in the script, Denise, alright? Just thought I'd throw that in for you. Type of guy I am. Now this volunteer is highly regarded by his team with his dedication to the organisation he volunteers with. Other award winners tonight will be described in words from themselves and from the people that have nominated them. This one is different. He's happy for us to use his own words and me to just read a short passage out that he's written. I have struggled with depression, headaches, migraines and tinnitus since childhood, and at times it was so awfully unbearable. It was that bad I was unable to listen to people, speak to people, or tolerate even the smallest everyday noises. I would go through the cycles of depression, pain and anxiety throughout my youth and into my young adulthood, and then, just as I felt that I was learning to cope, I had a brutal attack 8 years ago. It left me physically and mentally broken. I was completely alone in every aspect of my life. I had learned to live in a very dark place, and after many, many years of the same cycles, I had no hopes of ever feeling any differently, or dare I say better. I had fully accepted that there was no place for me in this world. I did have well days, every now and again, but then that would basically counterbalance and go the other way. This proved to be much more difficult than I anticipated to deal with. I wanted to become a missionary in the third world, so decided to search for organisations. Found that extremely hard and looked more locally. I've worked as a volunteer now for a handful of local charities, but the sporadic nature of my condition made me unreliable and limited my involvement. It wasn't until I joined Child Action Northwest that I felt completely accepted, warts and all, which itself is fantastic. I am honoured to be able to help the organisation that I feel genuinely passionate about. I walk over 3 miles to get to the orphanage, as often as I'm able to. As I also walk back, I honestly state that the exercise has helped me immeasurably to heal my mind as well as my body. I'm so grateful to Harriet and the Child Action Northwest staff who never fail to make me feel welcome, and I'm completely overwhelmed by their kindness and trust in me. I feel happier and healthier in all aspects of my life, and I'm genuinely looking forward to a bright future. Please put your hands together for the Health and Wellbeing Volunteer of the Year, Damien Taylor from Child Action Northwest.
Beautiful. Thank you very much, Damien. Okay, and special accommodation in this category. Right. This volunteer has been on this project for the past 7 years. He is always willing to help and is so very reliable. He has become one of the team. He specialises in running sessions at our allotment, which he does 3 times a week with our special needs school groups, age concern and our adults with learning disabilities. The most wonderful quality that this volunteer has that he will work across all other sessions we run. He has become an archery leader to support in our archery lessons. He has undergone walks, leaders training to help back our walking groups. He regularly attends our swimming sessions and is always happy to assist with the caring of individuals with a learning disability that we support. This volunteer is a rare individual with a real talent for encouraging and enabling people to learn and achieve. In whatever area he sets his mind to, he is such an asset to our project and the local community he freely gives his time for. For that, it would be criminal not to nominate him for all his years of selfless service. Join us in congratulating Ken Forshaw, the Motivate Project. Give it up for Ken.
Our second award, the Environment Volunteer of the Year 2013. A year early then. This award has kindly been sponsored this year by B&Q. So on to the winner. In the words of her nominator, this volunteer has led the development of the community garden. This enables individuals from various backgrounds, including those in recovery, to mix and participate in volunteering. She has put many hours in towards the allotment plot. She travels regularly from Darwen and also participates in other areas of the Fast Forward project. She has helped to turn this overgrown plot of land into an engaging horticultural experience for volunteers to engage with. Produce from the allotments is passed on to volunteers, encouraging healthy eating, and will be also forwarded to Cafe Hub and the Breakfast Club, help to feed the homeless and the disadvantaged. A big round of applause. Then to Chrissy Frith, Queen's Park Volunteer Allotments.
We need some music. Should we get some background music, Mr. DJ? Some some good up-tempo beat, So I need to feel it. Should we have it? Yeah, that's it. Hey, that's it.
I'm not dancing.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
He's younger than me.
I can move better. I'm joking. I love you, really. Right, okay. See that? See that? That was so good. Right, okay, now our winner of the Special Accommodation Award has been described in these glowing terms. Now, from the nominees' words. This is a 70 plus years young woman who has been attending the Whitton Country Park Green Gym without fail for over 2.5 years. Well, I've not even done that. I walked in a gym once and that was it. I didn't go back next day. I was in bed all day, in pain. Moving on. She works as hard as anyone even half her age. See, told you. And is a true spirit of the need to conserve and enhance the environment within Whitton Country Park. She is always willing to attempt new skills and make any new member welcome, offering guidance and expertise on tasks undertaken. She works regularly, either independently or as part of a team, and is always ready with helpful suggestions to improve the work we carry out. She has a good sense of humour, that's a good thing, and although suffers from shortness of breath and is not the strongest of people, turns out in all weathers to get the task completed. She is a beacon for anyone who needs to keep fit and enjoy outdoor life without the need to stay in an indoor gym. I'd be staying in an indoor gym. Well done to Joan Hoff, Whitton Country Park Green Gym. Woo!
Well done, Joan. Right, the Business Volunteer of the Year 2013 has been sponsored by Marks and Spencer's. This year's winner's nominator had such a lot to say about this volunteer. She is a huge asset to East Lancashire Hospice. She started volunteering at the hospice in 2011, November 2011. And in this very short space of time, she has made a real difference. Not just the finance department, but across the organisation as a whole. Her role within the finance department is to assist with the preparation of 7 trading shop accounts and provide account support with the hospice finances. She brings a wealth of knowledge to the hospice. In addition to her 3 hours per week that she volunteers in the finance office, she spends time working at home, then comes into work with many different ideas of how we could improve hospice services. Last year, she also took on the role of facilitator to work with staff in order to collate their thoughts and ideas for the next 5-year strategy. The outcome of which was very positive and well delivered. In addition to this, she's come up with countless thoughts on how we could generate additional income through fundraising initiatives, cost efficiency savings, and ideas relating to our shops, also partnership working in our local communities. She volunteers because she wants to, not for any personal advantage or financial gain, but because she's a genuine, kind person. She will go out of her way to help people and often works far beyond expectations. She's not only volunteers for the hospice, but she's also very proactively involved in various community matters. She has a very confident, can-do attitude. She's energetic, cheerful, totally reliable, and has a great personal strength to motivate people around her. Well done then to Veronica Hargreaves, East Lancashire Hospice. You're an imposter. This isn't Veronica, she's collecting it on Veronica's behalf. After that little build-up, I'd have probably said I was Veronica, to be honest with you. I'm Veronica! Congratulations.
Okay. Now, the special accommodation winner in this category was nominated for the following reasons. She has been working as a volunteer within admin for the last 2.5 years. She's extremely hardworking and efficient and is willing to complete any tasks that are given to her. She spent over 2 months relentlessly working within the medical records room in reorganising this area. She excels in decluttering, labelling, laminating and copying items for the admin department, often at times when she is feeling unwell, and has made a real difference within this area. She commenced volunteering at the hospice to try and help with some health issues she was facing. Volunteering at the hospice has enabled her to appreciate life more, and she is always offering help, support and assistance to members within the team. She is popular and has a quirky sense of humour. The special accommodation winner is Pat Mackin from East Lancashire Hospice. This isn't Pat, by the way. She just wants to be Pat. Give it up for Pat Wannabe!
If the next winner of the next award gets off your table, I'm going to call security. Security in the back, you're watching these on, I tell you. They're opening a trophy shop. This year's Making a Difference Volunteer Award 2013 has been sponsored by the MAL. This volunteer is a co-founder of the Friends of Darwen Cemetery. She has served as secretary for the last 3 years. She has displayed, it's not one of you, is it? No? Goodness for that. She has displayed total commitment in a voluntary capacity, bringing her with her skills of minute writing, funding bid writing, administration and conducting herself with humour, selflessness and willingness to succeed in the task of restoring and renovating Darwen Cemetery. She has secured a successful award for all bid of £10,000 in 2012 to restore a nature garden involving local children and schools. She helped supervise the task, which has resulted in a mega 150 hours of volunteer time in completing the task. She has earned the respect of both local councillors, tradesmen, her fellow trustees, and most of all, the residents of Darwen, in her efficient and enthusiastic approach to this project. She has even recruited her own daughter in Sydney, Australia, to research graves, especially the only Australian soldier buried at Darwen Cemetery, of which she and her husband have adopted. She now has a well-respected reputation of keeping everyone on task and supporting the work of the several individual task forces. She serves as a reminder of what we can all achieve with determination, humour, tenacity and community spirit, which makes us all proud to be Darweners. So join with us now and congratulate Rosemary Jackson, Friends of Darwen Cemetery. I'm going to get a cheer if you're the real Rosemary Jackson. Are you the real Rosemary? It's the real Rosemary Jackson! I thought for a minute it was stars in their eyes.
Give it up for Rosemary. Bless you over there, DJ. I heard you sneezing. I feel for you. Okay. The Special Commendation for the Making a Difference Award is a joint effort. We received 2 nominations, well I didn't, but CVS did. 2 nominations from the same organisation, and it was impossible for them to decide between them. They are committed volunteers in spite of their difficulties. They give 100% to Summer Fun for All. They are founder members of our organisation, along with some other mums at a local community centre. It's a snowballed out across Darwen and the rurals. We are now a recognised organisation, part funded by the children in need. They can be found... Get alarms off, please. Get alarms. Sorry, where was I now? Right, they can be proud of what they have achieved for their team and its young people. They give large amounts of their time ensuring the young people of Darwen and rural have access to activities and trips during the school holidays. They do this through tireless fundraising, recruiting and supporting volunteers. So this year's joint special commendation winners are Dillis Dyer and Tracy Gilbertson. Darwen and rural summer fun for all. Woo! Keep up. Give it up for the ladies.
Thank you, girls. Right, after receiving sackfuls of nominations for this year's awards, the selection panel could easily have created more categories to reward, and many volunteers within the borough could have won. With that in mind, and also considering that they've had several very strong entries for whole groups of volunteers, they wanted to show their appreciation to 4 very special teams this year. Blackburn Conservation Volunteers were nominated by Rebecca Whitcomb. Blackburn Conservation Volunteers have worked on local nature reserves in the town for over 5 years, carrying out practical conservation work on some real hidden gems. They've worked through the rain, the wind, the snow, and occasionally the heat, very rarely. They've improved habitats, tidied up green space, and made it easier and more pleasant for the public to enjoy the countryside on their doorstep. The group have been involved in a wide variety of activities, one of the favourite among which has been woodland management in Higher Croft Woods. The volunteers come from a variety of backgrounds and span the generations. It's been a joy to see them develop as a team. They work well together on tasks, supporting and looking out for each other, as well as helping each other and giving each other advice on all aspects of their lives. It would easily be lovely to see all of Blackburn conservation volunteers recognised to deservedly celebrate this endeavours in the environmental volunteering they've done. Well done to Blackburn conservation volunteers. I was expecting 600 people to come up then. Sorry, it's just you two, is it? Fantastic. We're trusting that you'll take these chocolates back to the rest of the team as well. They're not going to make it, are they?
Okay, now Mary Painter nominated Friends of Darwen Library. The Friends of Darwen Library, FODL, was formed in March 2011, and since then the group has developed into a dynamic and committed team of people who share a passion to support and promote Darwen Library's service to all members of the community. Their significant achievements have been attained by working as a team and by liaising with the library service, as well as forming partnerships with other groups and organisations. Highlights to date include Virtual Library Cafe at Dhaka. Darwen Library is closed on a Tuesday, but members of the library service may access computer resources at Darwen Aldridge Community Academy. A team of volunteers championed by the FODL chairman assist the public with one-to-one computer inquiries. This partnership between FODL, and Dhaka and the library service is thought to be one of the first of its kind in the country. Fundraising activities, regular coffee mornings and book sales have been held in liaison with the local groups. 2 highly successful quizzes have been organised and a series of inspiring talks by local people. These activities have raised money to supplement stock in the adult and children's library. Congratulations then to the Friends of Darwen Library.
Got away with it? No. What's it? Eamon, will you take some chocolates? Do you want roses? Do you want celebrations?
Let's choose.
Roses, there you go. Get that. If we'd have left them up here, we'd have only eaten them. Maria Greco nominated the East Lancashire Hospice Shops Volunteers. This nomination is for a team of volunteers, all of whom volunteer in our chain of charity shops. East Lancashire Hospice runs 7 charity shops, 4 of which are within Blackburn and Darwen. Each of these shops are staffed by volunteers. We have 162 volunteers who each week volunteer for a minimum of 3 hours each. Last year that totalled 33,864 volunteer hours. That deserves a round of applause in itself. The logistics of that must be massive. Over the last 4 years, East Lancashire Hospice shops have grown into successful businesses. generating vital, sustainable income for the hospice. Last year, the shops took in excess of £400,000, all of which goes direct to patient care. Our volunteers do everything from serving customers to pricing stock. From arranging collections of donations to driving a van, we also have a team of volunteers who work in our warehouse. They sort donations out prior to them going out into the shops, and very little is wasted. We recycle as much as we can. Shop volunteers have an enormous amount of experience to offer. Our youngest volunteer is 14 and our eldest is 85. It's great, it's a bit like you and me, that. Isn't it? Yeah, you can remind me of that again later, like you did earlier, thanks. It's great to see them all working together as a team with a common goal, which is to generate income for the hospice. Without the shop volunteers, we simply would not be able to operate our shops. Well done then to East Lancashire Hospice shop volunteers. Oh dear. Congratulations, girls. It's like the Saturdays. Does anyone on a Saturday?
Give it up for the Saturdays!
Oh, hang on. Amateur photography going on. We did a conga, girls. It's all right.
Okay. Hannah Madre of East Lancashire's Women's Centre said of her group, "The Women's Centre team are a highly motivated group who always go above and beyond what is expected. They'll rearrange their outside commitments to take the strain off the service, and always with a smile on their face. Some have insisted on carrying on volunteering even when they are in employment elsewhere. The same goes for those studying and those with ill health. They still carry on regardless. Without the team, we wouldn't be able to reach further. We wouldn't be able to reach further in the services we provide. Such commitment and drive must be applauded. They are the stars of the centre. Well done to the East Lancs Women's Centre's volunteers." It's all the ladies today, isn't it? Those guys, what are the guys doing? Well done.
Congratulations then to all our winners and special commendation and volunteers so far. We are now going to take a break. You'll be glad to know. You'll be glad to know. I'm glad to know. Okay, we can get yourself a drink. Help yourself to the buffet, and the bar is open. Give us a wave over at the bar, please. There we go, there's the bar. We would also really appreciate your support in completing the evaluation slips that are on your table. Okay, and they'll be collected in at the end of the evening and entered into a prize draw. The presentations will resume in about an hour's time. Enjoy!